G'day guys, it's Nick from HobbyKing again. Today we wanted to run through with you the TD10 version 2. The TD10's been one of our most popular cars ever, and we've managed to bring out a version 2 of it by working with our good friends at 3 Racing. So it's based on the Sakura chassis that most people know about already, and it's a fantastic entry-level racer. You've got all the adjustments and fittings and stuff that you'd find on a much higher end car, but just in a much more affordable format. So let's run through a few of the things with you. Start off with, let's have a look at these diffs. Now, one of the pains of touring cars is getting the belt tension right. And you've got to fiddle around with cam locks and all sorts of stuff to get it to get into the right position. Then when you finally get into position, you bump it and the other side goes off, and it's a nightmare. These have this really neat fixing function, and I'll just point it out with a screwdriver here. There's a little screw right there and the arrow pointing to it. So basically what you do is you line up that arrow with the hole that you want to set it at, and then you lock the cam in using that little tiny screw. Now the advantage of that is once you've locked that in, there's no chance of bumping it out. You don't have to fiddle around taking suspension parts off and wheels off and stuff just to get your belt tensioning done right. Now belts stretch over time, so you are going to adjust it as time goes along. You've got a gear diff from the Sakura Ultimate here, which you can tune with different oils, but it's got a really nice smooth action, and it comes with a 2000 weight oil with the kit. It comes standard with an 85 tooth spur gear, and the gear ratio is 2:1. It has droop screws on the front and the rear, which are nice big headed screws, make it really super easy to adjust. It comes with carbon front and rear shock towers. On the rear shock tower, you've got 8 mounting holes that you can change the shock angle onto. It comes with plastic bodied adjustable oil shocks. They are screw adjustable, and they're really good quality plastic shocks. So you probably won't want to update these unless you get really serious about your racing. These are fine as is. Another great new addition to the car is the new servo horns. They're much stiffer and harder than the old ones, so it makes your steering a lot more accurate. One of the other great things about it is it's got a fully ball raced steering rack, so that's super smooth steering, so you won't get any binding going on there. It's got these front and rear stiffener bars that keep the gearbox area nice and stiff. It's really good for handling. Keep in mind though, this isn't a carbon fiber chassis, so it's got a lot of flex. So this car generates a lot of mechanical grip, which is great for beginners, and it's also really good for surfaces that aren't ideal grip situations. So if you're going to be running this in car parks, in your driveway, on your street or something, it's really handy to have mechanical grip because you're not always running on a groomed track. One of the great features of this car that you normally only see on high-end race cars is that it's got screw-through cups, which means you simply put your driver into the cup itself and undo the ball. The advantage of this is that when you have to adjust whatever you're going to adjust, you're not stretching the ball cup and making it prone to pop off all the time. It's a really neat feature. You do normally see it on higher end cars, but thanks to 3 Racing, they've included that in the TD10 as well for us. Really nice. Another great advantage of this new model is it does have a front belt stabilizer that comes with it. Really handy, especially if you're running mod. It's a really neat thing to have on there. One neat feature that may seem like a small, insignificant piece is this little body support up the front here. Now this is designed for when you've got super lightweight bodies. Some of the really thin race bodies tend to deflect when you're at speed or when you're turning, which upsets the aerodynamics of the car. So what this does is it keeps the body stiff at the front and stops it from drooping down. Okay, the other addition they've made to this chassis is they've included a fan mount, which is a great thing to have. Really handy because you just simply screw your fan onto here. It's suitable for a 30 or a 40 mil fan, and it blows straight onto your motor, which is located in here. One of the things I noticed when I built this last night was that you can access the pinion gear from underneath, which is a super useful thing because it took me a while to work out how you actually get to the pinion gear. So there's a slot here that allows you to get into the pinion gear from here, and it makes motor changing much simpler. One of the neat features they've added for this chassis is they've included an adjustable battery tray. The way it works is you can put a spacer in here which moves the battery holder out further, which means that you can move your center of gravity out further if you need to. There's also a couple of locators here that stop the battery sliding into the belt. The advantage of that is you don't have to tape the battery down if you don't want to. I know purists will say you've got to because you create tweak, etc, etc. But if you're just using this for racing your mates around a car park or something, there's no real advantage to taping the battery in. You can, however, remove the Velcro and use the bars that go across here to tape onto. So you can use tape if you want to, but you don't have to because you've got the Velcro. As with any race car, you've got adjustable camber and you've got adjustable toe. Out of the box, it also comes with rims and 35-degree slicks with a medium density foam, which is ideal for most surfaces that aren't prepped racetracks. So great for driveways, car parks, tennis courts, etc. So they're a really nice little tyre, but again, you're going to have to tune tyres to suit the surface that you race on if you're going to race this. Okay, so that's the bare chassis. Let's have a look at a setup that we've done using our Trackstar gear. So put that to the side and bring this one over. So you can see you've actually got a lot of real estate here that you can play with. We've got a low profile Trackstar servo for the steering. We've got a small XR 3100 receiver. We've got the 60 amp Trackstar raw approved ESC. Really neat little ESC, great for stock class races. We've used a 21.5 Trackstar stock spec motor. I've got that on about 35 degrees timing. And I've got a 31 tooth pinion in here. That's the biggest pinion I could fit with this stock spur gear. It's probably not great for racing, but it'll do for the video that we want to make. And we've used the new low center of gravity Trackstar hard case battery. We've got the 5100 milliamp hours, and it's got 5mm bullet plugs. Okay, so that's a close look at the TD10 version 2. Great introduction car, perfect for kids, fantastic for racing with your mates out in the car park or in your driveway or out in the street even. This is a really nice budget race car. But you don't have to be stuck with it as a budget car. You can build it up part by part to be a secure ultimate if you really want to. But as an entry-level car, you can't go wrong with the TD10 V2. Okay, so here we are down at the park. We've set up some cones on a netball court, and we're going to run around with the TD10 V2s. So these tyres are perfect for this surface. The side's running the Blitz body and I'm running the Bitty design body. Not much of a muchness really, but this sort of speed, I think it's going to make a huge difference. So really like this Sportsman 60 amp ESC. If you're racing stock racing, 21 class especially, something like that, this would be an awesome ESC. And it's raw approved. Alright guys, well that's it for the TD10 V2 today. So have a look at the links below. We've got all the products that we used in this shoot on the links below. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great tips and tricks.